About 5 years ago in Aventura, Florida, a small group of about 100 political activists came together at the Turnberry Isle Resort. It was there that they were given a memo that detailed the plans that they had for the next 4 years. And some of the plans include not only the destruction of the conservative base, but also their conservative leader, Donald Trump. As it turns out, everything that they detailed in this memo came to pass. So just what is this memo that I'm referencing, and who put it together? Well, the memo that I'm talking about was written in 2017, and it's called Democracy Matters, the Strategic Plan for America. And it was written by leftist radical political operative David Barak, who founded Media Matters. But it was inside this memo that he stated very clearly his plans for 2017 through 2020. And here's what he states, and I quote, "In the next 4 years, Media Matters will continue its core mission of disarming right-wing misinformation while leading the fight against the next generation of conservative disinformation. The proliferation of fake news and propaganda now threatening the country's information ecosystem." David Barak goes on to detail what that success looks like. And here's some of those points. Serial misinformers and right-wing propagandists inhabiting everything from social media to the highest levels of government will be exposed and discredited. Internet and social media platforms like Google and Facebook will no longer uncritically and without consequence host and enrich fake news sites and propagandists. And finally, toxic alt-right social media fueled harassment campaigns that silence dissent and poison our national discourse will be punished and halted. 4 years later, this is exactly what happened to conservatives and Christians and libertarians and Republicans. In fact, thousands upon thousands of conservatives have been kicked off and banned from social media platforms, including Google, Facebook, Twitter, and even right here on YouTube. But that's not all that they had detailed in their plan. Here's a couple things that they had in store for President Trump. Trump will be defeated either through impeachment or at the ballot box in 2020. Trump will be afflicted by a steady flow of damaging information, new revelations, and an inability to avoid conflicts of issues. The Trump administration will also be forced to defend illegal conduct in court. Trump allies will be forced to step down or change course due to news published by Share Blue. Under pressure from Share Blue, Democrats will take a more aggressive position against Trump. Again, 4 years later, this is exactly what happened to the president. Everything from the impeachment of the president by the House and his eventual removal via the ballot box in 2020. But on top of all of that, they made some very specific claims. Through 2017 through 2020, they stated very clearly that they would attack the president in disinformation campaign after disinformation campaign, and they would never stop damaging his reputation. In fact, that's exactly what happened. Everything from Stormy Daniels to the Russian collusion hoax to President obstructing justice to, well, the January 6th, quote unquote, their claim of an insurrection. Never at any time did Donald Trump get a break from the damaging information. Whether it was made up or not didn't matter. The campaign that went after him was strong and one that we have never ever seen with any other president. Not only that, but David Barak, Media Matters, also promised that Trump allies will be forced to step down or change course. In fact, this happened to many Trump allies. To name a few, we have Steve Bannon, Roger Stone, and Michael Flynn. I could go on, but you guys could probably name a lot of other names. Not only that, but they also promised that President Trump would be forced to, well, defend illegal content in court. Kind of seeing what happens on that end. But bottom line, this organization got things done, if you will, and they're not an organization that we should ignore. In fact, 4 years ago, I did a report on this on Restricted Republic, and that report was called Leak Memo, Sick Plans to Attack Trump. And when you see what's in it, you are going to flip out. It is in that report that I warned conservatives and libertarians and Republicans all across America about what this group had in store. And unfortunately, they did exactly what they planned to do. And how did they do it? Well, with a massive progressive army. In their Media Matters report, it states this: "We will train hundreds of thousands of individuals on how to identify fake news and alt-right smears in their social media networks and equip them with the tools to fight them on their own." Well, this is exactly what they did. They trained and even hired people to go out on the internet and troll and go after and target and report anyone that was more Republican or conservative leaning. In hindsight, we should have taken more of a stand against this. Maybe we should have even created our own, more conservative army to combat some of the lies and misinformation that was put out by those on the far left. But either way, the question still has to be asked. If they were able to have that much authority and power in our past, what on earth do they have planned for our future? With that, I just want to say, please don't forget to check out my partner at Go Nuts with Lisa. Now, this is a new advertiser of mine, but what it basically is it's way better than a trail mix. This really puts a trail mix to shame, but this is more of a superfood. It's plant-based, non-GMO, gluten-free, no processed sugar or no refined oils. They use fresh ingredients. And what you can do right now, if you go to Go Nuts with Lisa, you guys can get up to 20% off, and you can buy the bags in bulk. It's a really good superfood. It gives you energy. It makes your skin look good, but it comes in multiple flavors, and I have to tell you, I'm really excited about this. I'm actually buying quite a bit for my family, but it comes in multiple flavors. This one here, it is chocolate, Toodaloo chocolate. We also have maple here, and then if you like more of like a salty kick, then we've got the barbecue as well as hot citrus, lemon citrus. Now this one's spicy. I absolutely love spicy, so this is going to be my favorite. But anyway, you can see some of them nuts that they have in here. This thing is really cool. You can see some of them here, right? And you can see inside the bag, and all of them are really different, but the snack is, oh gosh, it's amazing. I completely love it. But check it out now. Take advantage of up to 20% off and get your bags today and support what I do here. Anyhow, I'm going to go have a snack. I love all of you. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven signing out.